Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Welcome, everybody, to Frankenstein Control. How did everyone enjoy the big game?
It sure was large.
It was a game where two sports teams arrived and they did their job.
Wasn't that one part amazing when he did that thing? You know the guy. The thing with the ball or whatever.
This is a ball sport?
I assume you both watched with rapt attention.
I thought they just...
Oh, yeah, I totally watched it. I was just like... I was watching so many games at the same time because I love sports that I wasn't sure which of the many big games you were talking about exactly.
Well, that's an easy
But I
mistake.
did watch it.
Yes, well, I mean, that's as long as we gave the American advertising industry its proper due.
Yes.
Anyhow, other momentous events are unfolding as we record this.
Oh!
The president is set to deliver his State of the Union address this evening.
Oh, boy.
Which he's finally been allowed to do by the Italian grandma who makes the rules now. I think that literally is going on, like, right now. But we're doing this instead of watching.
Glad we're missing it.
Because, you know, if I wanted to hear a bunch of lies peppered with occasional racism, I'd go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Pepper flaked with racism.
They aren't our sponsor tonight, so I'm not worried about making them mad for a dumb joke.
Yeah.
Oh, but if you want chunky chozos, hit us up.
Anyhow, we are actually brought to you tonight by the Leesburg Police Department.
Oh, jolly.
This is about an issue that has upset a lot of people in the community where I live over the last couple weeks.
Whoa.
This is real, by the way. This is part of our duty as public broadcasters deal that we occasionally trot out. Anyhow, the Leesburg Police want to advise citizens and visitors to be on the lookout for any suspicious flyers or pamphlets they might find while in town, because they're probably from the KKK.
Uh-oh.
That is a real thing that has been happening in Leesburg, the town where I live. These shitheels do it every year in February because it's Black History Month, where they will just randomly distribute KKK propaganda, like the KKK equivalent of chick tracts. Chick tracts. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah.
Just shit like that. They'll just, and what they do is apparently this year at least they're not. What they're doing is they're like putting them in bags weighted down with birdseed and tossing them into driveways and stuff.
Oh, God.
At random, they're not targeting people with them. But yeah, that's going on, and it's pissing a lot of people off.
And understandably so.
Mm-hmm.
And anyhow, at this point, I want to interject in this a little bit to relate an incident described in our town newspaper, which I read, as we've established in earlier episodes. Because
you are an old man.
I am an old man. I read it with my coffee and my cat.
You are an old man.
Yes.
Do you wear reading glasses?
I don't need those yet.
When you grab it and sit down, do you grunt loudly? Just
Of course. Naturally.
Does Lissa walk into the room in her nurse outfit and see you with a revolver?
Oh, my grandpa.
Well, yeah, because Lissa's your carer.
Yeah, she's my in-home caregiver. And she stole my watch, damn it!
Oh, no!
no.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh.
That's
That's like an old people. Gotcha.
Yes, thank you for explaining that sad
Funny dementia jokes.
Anyhow, so yeah, this is another story from the town newspaper, sort of related to this one. It was creepy enough that it actually made it out of the police blotter and got a real article. It's a shame it didn't happen closer to Halloween, because that would have been perfect. But anyway, last Saturday night, two Leesburg police officers were dispatched on a call to the neighborhoods around the Balls Bluff historical site. Guess they were actually called to retrieve some of the aforementioned KKK propaganda that one of the homeowners there found in his driveway. And while they were out on that call, events took an unexpected and supernatural turn. A neighbor of the initial homeowner frantically sought the officer's attention, claiming that a ghost was hiding in her backyard.
Oh.
It's not uncommon. I mean, like, Balls Bluff was a really bad, like, bloody Civil War battle, so they get spookins around there, quite frequently.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the officers followed up on the lead, and the lady took them to her house. They were quite surprised to indeed find an actual ghost hiding behind the woman's tool shed. Strangely enough, she said it appeared there shortly after the illicit propaganda was discovered by her neighbor. Not wasting any time while public safety was at risk, the officers bravely engaged the ghost immediately. They said they knew attempts at communicating with such an entity would likely be useless, and they also figured their sidearms would fail to neutralize something that was already deceased. So instead, they employed their tasers in an attempt to disrupt the spirit's electromagnetic stability. This appeared to be effective, as the ghost released several blood-curdling shrieks and fell immobile, and was temporarily rendered material enough for the officers to strike it several times with their collapsible batons. They left the inert revenant where it lay subdued and advised the woman to call a medium to cleanse the property as soon as she could. So really scary stuff. In light of that turn of events, the Leesburg Police Department wants to advise anyone who spots what appears to be a ghost lurking around the area, neighborhoods after dark, to aggressively engage the ghost immediately. This will likely help the spirit realize that it finally needs to move on. Given that the officers' batons seem to work somewhat, they can no longer rule out that the use of firearms against these spirits might as well work. So they invite stout-hearted Leesburg residents to give it a try and report back.
It's true. If you see any ghosts at all,
in Leesburg, especially
anywhere
at night,
if you see a ghost that might have a certain feature that makes it a little, I don't know, you would call it pointy, make sure you use any force necessary to subdue the spirit.
Yes.
Any force.
Frankenstein Control does not advocate violence, except when they deserve it.
Against ghosts.
Well, that's very good. What a spooky story, B-Rye. Whoa!
I can't believe that happened in my own humble little hamlet where I reside.
Humble little hamlet of balls.
Hamlet also involved ghosts. And murder.
That's true. And ear poison.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
When you want to kill somebody, but you also want to be gross doing it, you just give them a old swab of cyanide.
That was the original Purple Nurple.
The cyanide swab.
The medieval version of it, especially in Machiavellian royal families.
Ye old purple Nurple, and there's like each E in Purple and Nurple are doubled.
Yeah.
Purpley Nurpley. Welcome, one and B-Rye.
Ease.
To Frankenstein Control, #1 provider of ear cyanide for the last 3 years. Wait, 2 years. I'm your host, the ghost, but not that ghost. The real ghost of your father, B-Rye. I was murdered by none other than who's right next to me, Ada Ship.
I'm Ada, and I killed somebody. They're now a ghost.
Oh, the pain of the ear poisson. Oh, in front of me as always is B-Rye. How would you respond to this?
I'm B-Rye, and somebody once told me, or rather pointed out, that the Lion King is Hamlet with animals, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Yes! Yes, it is, B-Rye. When did somebody point that out to you?
It was in a meme like years and years ago.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's old news now, but then I was like, holy shit, It is. It's fucking Hamlet with animals.
Oh, Spamlet. What a delicious story of false meat.
Spamlet.
You can put it on rice and seaweed and make yourself a bushel-bee.
A Spamlet is just a really tiny Spam sandwich.
Aww. Well, hello there, little Spamlet.
It's the White Castle business model of Spam sandwiches.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here's 37 Spamlet sandwiches, sir. Here you go.
Here's all of my money, because I'm really high.
Now, this wasn't while I was high, but there have been times when I have spent an inordinate amount of money on, like, fast food.
Oh, yeah.
Typically when it's with you being high.
Oh, yeah.
When you go to McDonald's and horrify us all.
Oh, yes, my competitive eating against myself that I engage in whenever we go to McDonald's. I
mean, god dang, it's impressive.
Back in the day when we were younger, slightly healthier men.
Debatable, but yes.
I used to put away like 2 double cheeseburgers, a Big Mac, a large fries, and a vanilla milkshake.
A large
vanilla milkshake.
And anyone who's ever ordered a large anything from McDonald's knows that it's less of a large cup and more of a small bucket.
This one was filled with soft serve, and I drank it all. I also recall one time that we went to go do something, I don't remember what, and then we ended up eating fried chicken, like grocery store fried chicken, and drinking beer in a parking lot.
Ah, what a time.
I assume this was the Kroger parking lot.
It was probably a Kroger parking lot. I actually think it was in Fredericksburg.
Okay.
Well, Fredericksburg, beer and chicken.
I think we were visiting friend of the show, Marianne, and a bunch of people. There was like a small-ish gathering of like a lot of our friends, and we couldn't get anyone to do anything. And everyone's like, "Oh, I'll be," we're like, "Hey, want to go do this?" "Oh, yeah, in a little bit. I'm doing this right now." "Hey, how about you? You want to go out somewhere with us? I don't know, go swimming or something?" "Yeah, we got to do this thing." So, like, we couldn't get anyone to do anything with us, so we just bought grocery store fried chicken and ate it in the parking lot while opening beer and drinking it right there in the parking lot, which is probably illegal.
Yep.
Well, I was driving, so chances are what it really was I ate all the fried chicken. You drank all the beer.
That sounds about right. That sounds like our...
The Abbott and Costello of Vice. Oh, memories. Chain of memories. Chain of Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3 came out!
Gore Sora.
Sorry to change the subject,
So,
boys. I just can't hold it in anymore.
Yeah, so Taylor, ever since it came out, what have you done since then?
Played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Just that.
Pretty much.
I've seen it. It's true. He's basically at the end of the game, and it's only been out for a week.
Before we leave the subject of video games entirely and focus on just the one video game, I made Lissa laugh earlier this week when I turned the PS4 on, and like absentmindedly, almost under my breath, I just said, "Watashi wa asamogen desu."
That automatically unlocks Japanese language mode in Red Dead.
"Wes McFarlane, I got a katana." There was a really bad video game called Samurai Western that Steven and I owned and played and then forgot about for 20 years.
You and Steven have a quite a storied history of owning terrible video games.
Yeah. It was probably not 20 years. It was like 2003. But
Yeah.
anyhow, Kingdom Hearts, I'll let you talk about it.
Last week Kingdom Hearts came out. It was on a Tuesday. I remember because it was on a Tuesday.
It was last week. It was a week ago.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I walked through the GameStop. I proudly strolled up to that counter and I said,
I'd like to pick up my copy of Kingdom Hearts, please.
And they're like,
I see your GameStop membership is expired. Do you wanna renew that?
And they were like, "Sir, you can't eat in here." It's a bucket of like Subway fixings that you brought in here. But there's not even a sandwich in there. This is just like assorted salami and onion and dressing, and you're getting it everywhere.
It's a bucket sandwich.
I've got me a Morning Star of meat and sauces, and I'm ready to beat you with it if you ask me if I want to redo my goddamn GameStop membership again. Just give me my Kingdom Farts. Yeah, so I braved the storm of having to get a game from GameStop just so I can get my Kingdom Hearts. I'm so happy. I'm a clam.
I understand there's some about crabs.
There's lots of things, and we'll get to that. So, as Ada said, I'm almost near the end of the game. It has been along with me on this marvelous adventure. Half asleep the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
She's always just half asleep. That's like her normal state of being.
Yep.
Eating or half asleep. Sometimes both at the same time.
Actually, speaking of eating, I know we've been delaying this most anticipated conversation about a children's game, but I think that we do need to get serious for a moment.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts isn't a children's game. Five Nights at Freddy's is a children's game.
That's true. Pubert Pie wouldn't do games about it if not.
Anyhow.
Anyway, let's bring down the mood, boys and girls. Let's bring it down a little bit because sometimes we need to get serious, and especially when it comes to loss. So one of us here went through a pretty big loss recently.
It's me. I have experienced a very heartbreaking loss recently, last week. Right after we finished recording, we were a little hungry. Taylor and I decided to go out, and we decided to go to our favorite pizza place, CC's Pizza, where it's cheap as shit, and I can eat enough calories to fuel LA for a month.
You eat enough there that they preemptively call an ambulance, but your services are not needed. I'm fine. I know what it looks like.
No,
I've signed the DNR.
They call it for the kitchen staff.
They give you a pizza that says DNR and pepperoni.
But anyway, we pulled up, and CC's is closed.
For real?
Uh-huh.
It's gone?
Yeah,
Gone.
the one next to our house is shut down for good,
Aw.
and the closest one is 40 minutes away.
How do they fail? How do you fuck up with a CC's? It's a business, but your operating costs are made back immediately by all these people who want pizza. How do you fuck up selling pizza?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how.
And it's cheap as shit. You spend nothing on ingredients. It's cardboard and tomato paste.
Well, I'll tell you how. We pulled up, and I went to go and check and see if the place was closed for maintenance or closed for good. And they're closed for good. First words out of my mouth, I turn around to Aiden and say, "You did it! You fucking ate them out of house and home!
It's true.
You ate them out of business, Ada!"
It's all me.
If you look at the...
I ruined their profit margins by eating far more than a human has ever eaten before.
It's the ship effect.
Yes.
As opposed to the shipmen effect. Do you know what that is?
No.
Harold Shipman was an English doctor, and he was also quite possibly the most prolific serial killer of the modern era.
Okay.
Which he accomplished by euthanizing all the old people that he worked on.
Well, he thought he was making them younger.
And but
He was
because
euthanizing them.
I'm probably reporting this incorrectly, but I'm also tired and don't care, which is normal.
Good combo.
But something to do with the way crime statistics are reported in England, all murders are a violent crime, even though euthanizing somebody isn't exactly
violent.
Typically, you think of muggings or rape or something as a violent crime, but because once they knew what he did and retroactively added his crimes to crime statistics for those years, there's a massive statistically significant spike in violent crimes. That's all him.
Oh.
Because he killed 200 fucking people.
Oh my god.
And it's called the Shipman effect.
Okay.
So there's just some guy in a boardroom pointing frantically at a chart
With a huge downturn.
Yeah.
It's all this woman in Chantilly. It's the ship effect.
It's okay, here we are on week 3 of the quarter. Everything's fine. Here it is on Wednesday. We lost every dollar that we made in the previous month in this one day. What is going on?
She's eaten enough pizzas to kill 200 old people in England.
She comes in and she shoves people out of the buffet so she can have it. She eats off other people's plates.
And
She
these
is
only
like a raccoon.
bones. Pizza bones.
She puts her mouth on the soda fountain and sucks all of it out directly out of the machine.
Somehow she just gets all the soda syrup and the good flavoring parts and leaves all of the carbonated water still in there.
One time Ada did get syrup.
Yeah,
That's good.
at work.
It just makes me think of I can't stop eating this delicious ooze.
That's what it was. It was. I felt like if I drank the whole big cup of it, I would die.
You probably would have.
But you
Yeah.
were probably also tempted.
Yes, I was very tempted. Just thankfully, my body was able to stop me
Yes.
because the mind was very willing.
Ada has many temptations, and the one outlet that she had is now gone.
Yep.
Rest in peace. Rest in pieces of pizza. Cece's Pizza. We hold this memorial service to Chai Chai's, the only pizza restaurant that dared to serve cardboard with a pepperoni on it.
Stapled to it.
Stapled to it. They stapled pepperonis to a cardboard and said, "Eat up."
And I said, gladly.
For $14.
$14, that's like $7.
It's like...
It was
cheap
$7.
as
It was
shit.
like $7.
Jesus.
It was super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did it cost me $14 when we went?
Because you're a rube.
Because you probably got a drink.
Oh,
You
yeah.
probably paid
That's
for
why, they
Lissa.
make, that's why they make all their money. Also why they went bankrupt, because I always just got water.
My God, she's figured it out!
That extra $2 could have gotten us 15 Cece's pizzas.
You're like somebody who goes to a casino and just drinks and never gambles.
Yeah.
Me?
Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I mean, hey, let us have, real quick before I talk about Kingdom Hearts, let's have a moment of silence for Cece's. Sorry. I'm sorry, Ada.
It's what I would have wanted.
I mean, it's what they would have wanted.
No.
Oh.
Well, gosh, Sora. You mentioned Chain of Memories. I got lots of memories.
Oh, God.
I think about them sometimes, especially at night.
Yes, we can all welcome back war veteran Goofy.
That reminds me of my time with the UN peacekeepers in Sudan.
Oh, God.
We were 2 hours out of Khartoum when the rebels hit us. Most were just teenagers amped up on speed, too small to fit their stolen uniforms. You ever seen what a Soviet-made F-1 grenade does to a human body? I understood enough Arabic to know the legless boy next to me was calling out for his mother. I was covered in mud when it was all over. It was the dry season, though, and it hadn't rained in weeks. So what was that mud composed of, Sora? You can answer that question, or you can still believe in God, but you can't do both, yeah?
Oh, Goofy, I can't say I missed these little conversations.
Goyle!
It feels so good to be playing a Kingdom Hearts again. I tell you, getting stooped in the dangest darkness and the forces of light.
He's having another stroke, Ada.
Yeah.
I'm having a kingdom stroke. No.
He's having a Kingdom Hearts attack.
I became a Heartless. It's fine. My nobody can host the show.
Yes.
It's Rake's lore.
Oh, very nice. Rake's Lort.
I'm good at
Because there's a
that.
T in my name.
Yeah, you
Yes.
forgot the T.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
Lord.
Rake's Lort.
Rake's lore. There you
Hello, welcome to Frankenstein Control. I'm your host, Rake's Lort.
go. Coming to you live from Hollow Bastion.
Coming at you from the world that never was. Got it memorized. Shut up, Axel! More like asshole. No, he's not. He's a cool boy. Axel's a cool boy. Man, you get introduced to so many cool boys in this game. There's all kinds of cool boys. You look left, there's a cool boy. You look right, there's a cool boy. There's all kinds of cool boys. You know what's not? It's not a lot of cool girls, though. Except Aqua. Yay! I won't say anything, but yay!
She's dead.
I wanted her to die. Whee! No, the game is great. It's just as fucking confusing as ever, and I wouldn't have it any other goddamn way. Also, the game just plays great. Like, if you will play Kingdom Hearts for just the gameplay, just play the game. It feels good. It's got good mouthfeel on my hands. You see what this game is doing to me?
It's making him even dumber.
It's turning me into Sora. I just get dumb and happy.
Well, you do wear giant sneakers around everywhere, and
That's true. I also figured out how to glide. It's pretty great.
It's very unsettling to see, though.
it really is.
Yeah, I can glide from a high height for a while, but then the majority of the trip is just gliding 3 inches off the ground at a speed of about 5 miles an hour. Very close to the ground. There's all kinds of pebbles. You notice lots of pennies. You pick up a penny, it's got Xehanort's face on it.
I realize that
He is the most Lincoln-like character in Kingdom Hearts. Can't say anyone else really looks like him.
You know, when the Keyblade War happened 77 darknesses ago.
he's just assassinated by John Wilkes Zathab.
Who?
Booth, but
Oh, okay, with an X.
it's
Okay.
John Wilkes Booth's nobody. For those of you who are just tuning in to our show ever, I don't know why this is the one you chose, but hey, welcome. I like Kingdom Hearts a whole bunch. If you don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, you're probably pretty lost right now. Welcome to the fandom!
I turned towards Lissa earlier this week and I was like, Pumpkin's mostly white and he has yellow eyes. He's been Norded.
I will take over this cat, a new able body, to usher in the Keyblade War.
Why is he John Goodman?
They couldn't get John Goodman to voice Sully, so they got him for Xehanort.
I see the roar.
Oh, God. Speaking of John Goodman, they got Monsters, Inc. World. It was fun. It was a good one. You go, you be a school, you be a monster. You could be a monster. It's a fun... I like Monster Sora. He's a furry. And
He is kind of cute.
he is...
The monsters...
It sucks that, like, furry has this huge stigma because, like, I can't just be like, I like Sora's monster design because everyone's like, yeah, you fucking jack off to it, you sick pervert furry! And I'm like, no! Well, kinda. But no!
He looks like art from an album cover from a SoundCloud artist that you would like.
Yeah, he does.
Woo!
Oh my god, that's like the most accurate take I've ever heard.
B-Rise Hot Tanks.
The Monsters Inc. world is funny to me because when Taylor was playing it, or most of the time when I was watching him play it, the whole story and like conflict of the world is you're basically trying to save the facility. So everything's fucking up. It's urgent. You gotta go and do it. Taylor decides this is a perfect time to grind and go back and forth and do side quests. So the music is just like just intense, and Sully and Mike keep going like, we gotta go, we gotta get to the pump room or
We
whatever.
gotta go, Sora.
Yeah.
Boo's getting upset.
We gotta go, we gotta find Boo's door. And it's like, actually, I need to go cook for the little chef. Oh, look, onions.
Sora, all the doors are on fire. What are we gonna do?
I am cooking with the little chef.
Now watch me make some rigatoni.
Hey!
Watch me try to cook, immediately fuck it up, and then try again and get it perfectly.
The cooking mama, but also cooking Sora. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get to cook along with the Ratatouille. It's a good time. I mean, like, his name... there he is! There's Ratatouille! He's gonna teach me how to cook! Yeah, his name...
Contaminate me with hantavirus.
His name in the movie is Remy, by the way, in case you forgot. But he's a fucking mouse, he can't talk.
Yeah.
So nobody knows his name is Remy.
So they just call him Little Chef.
And they're like, well, I'll be a little chef. And little chef is like, because he's a mouse, he can't talk. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even squeak.
I forgot where I saw this pointed out, but Remy controls Sora the same way he controlled Linguini in the movie. So that kind of implies that Linguini wasn't special. It's just Remy has the power to puppeteer humans via their hair. He can just do that.
To anyone.
Yes, to anyone at any time. For any reason.
It's a terrifying power.
And that's why Xehanort is bald.
I'm not falling for that. I once had a kangaroo rat control me. Never again.
Yeah, dude, this game, like, doing all these funny, silly-ass voices, it's great. This game is like a family reunion, and everybody's there. Cousin Bill, who likes to play on the slide, even though he's an adult now. There's old Uncle Jimbo. He'll say, you got a coin behind your ear, and he'll pull a coin out and expect you to be impressed. I'm not impressed anymore, Uncle Jimbo! That's probably Xehanort. No, that's Xemnas. Come forward. I have a trick to reveal. Behold, a coin from betwixt the nothing and the darkness. From behind your ear. You're already gone. You're like at the cooler, getting like the last of the blue hugs.
Yeah.
Out of the cooler. Riku's in it, and he's a good boy.
He's got a car key.
He does. He's got a big old car key now. And he looks like Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 because Tetsuya Nomura just can't keep it in his pants.
Does Kyrie have a personality, finally?
No. Why on earth would you think that? And I'm
just-
not being sarcastic. I'm just telling you, folks, don't get your hopes up. Personality is for males, says Tetsuya Nomura.
Yep.
Nah.
Personality is not for girls, it's for boys who look like girls.
What a treat this game is. I can't speak well enough about it. It's fun. It's a good ride. If you go in knowing that you're not going to fucking get the story, you're going to have a good time. If you try and take the story too goddamn seriously, you're going to have a bad time.
And then, Captain Jack Sparrow says, I've noticed your magic duck there can cure you when you get injured. Is that true? Well, yeah. Can this real magic that he evidently is in possession of do anything about syphilis? Asking for a friend. I'm riddled with it, mate.
Well, sure. Donald can cure syphilis in a jiff. Believe me, I know.
Cure stretch foot pretty good, too.
Why, he even brought back the foot that was eaten by the rat the size of a beagle. Oh. Fucking Goofert is on point. Goofy continues to be the smartest character in the game consistently. It's so funny. And this game also, I gotta say, provides more unironic laughs than any of the other titles.
Really?
Yeah. There are just moments in it where you laugh because they meant it to be funny and not because what you're watching is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, they made a funny joke and you laugh at it because it's pretty good. And that surprised me because usually the laughs that I get from this series are at its expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was a lovely and welcome change. And, of course, the game looks fucking amazing. You're gonna think it looks great. And then you're gonna get to the pirate world and you're gonna be like, the video games are over. We don't need to do anymore. That's it, boys. Pack it up. We got it. It looks great. The game's great. Subnautica. Oh, and the Tangled world was charming and nice. You can chill out with Rapunzel and her homeboy, Flynn.
You mean Eugene?
Eugene Levy.
If they replaced Flynn with Eugene Levy, that would be awesome. Same outfit.
Yes! He's wearing Flynn Rider's outfit and just like, Flynn, we need to go to the castle! Well, alright, so here I come. I'm gonna help you fight now. Watch me roll on this barrel. Wow!
Why does he sound like Dick Tracy?
Because Eugene Levy sounds like he
I know, but I was just making fun of your impression of him.
sounds like Nick Valentine.
Kid?
I can't wait to go to the Nick Valentine world.
Fallout world.
He's gonna follow you.
We had to shoehorn our way into this to recoup some of our financial losses from 76. So it was a shit show, kid.
Yeah, you go into the Fallout 76 world and the game immediately crashes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, disconnects from server.
Mm-hmm. And then crashes.
And then every time you quit the game, it erases everything cool that you did. And you're like, God damn it.
That'll be $38.99 for your 3 months of PS online there, kid. I forgot what the network is actually called.
PlayStation Plus.
That's what it's called.
PlayStation Pepperoni. Mm-hmm. Okay, tell you what. I should add something constructive to this instead of just gushing about it. For all you people who haven't played the game yet, let me give you some pro tips. First off, literally half of the games you can just read a synopsis of on the internets. You don't need to play all the games. Just play the good ones. So don't play Chain of Memories. And don't play 385 over 2 days. Yes, that is a real title of a real video game that really happened. Just go ahead and play Birth by Sleep 1, 2, maybe Dream Drop Distance if you're feeling frisky, but you can just read summaries of the rest of the games. Just do it. It won't hurt you too much.
You know who released a humorous summarization of the entire series in animated form is Barry from Game Grumps.
Yes, that is true. That is a good video. Barry from Game Grumps. Barry Kramer.
Mm-hmm. That is him name.
Yes, Barry Kramer. He made a video on it. It's a fun little roundup. It's sarcastic. It's funny. It's a good time. Although it's probably more funny if you actually know the series well. Another pro tip. If you're a completionist, this game has got it going on. There are things called lucky emblems in this game. You get a cell phone with a camera on it. Anytime you see a Mickey Mouse face, take a picture of it.
Like because the hidden Mickeys in real Disney World.
Because those are fucking important. Get to take pictures of the fucking Mickeys. Because you're not going to see the secret movie. Oh yeah, also, I'm just going to lay this down on the line. Just play on normal mode. If you're experienced, you don't need any of these tips. But don't play beginner if you also want to see the movie at the end. Because then you got to take all 90 billion fucking Mickey pictures. Because the secret movie unlocks based on how many lucky emblems you take pictures of. So in beginner mode, you need to take all of them. In normal mode, you need to take 60 of them. And then in in proud mode, the hard mode of that game, you need to take 30. So if you don't like taking pictures, but also like the game to beat you on the ass and make you call it daddy, then play on proud mode.
Also known as the mode that Steven will play on, because that is how he does things.
Another pro tip going in, prepare for Skrillex. That's all I will say.
Skrillex, a member of Organization 13. What was his original name?
You spoiled the fucking game, B-Ride!
His real name was like Lyris or something.
He reveals himself to be the true Xehanort incarnation. You fool! Now everybody on the internet knows Skrillex is the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 3. I hope you're happy.
He was right there all along.
The signs were there! You don't remember when they were in Hollow Bastion? And Riku's like, Sora, I've been taken over by the darkness. Also, this is all Skrillex's fault. Anyway, bye! Let's see. One last tip from me to you, the players at home. This is less of a gameplay tip, and more just a me tip. Hey, I know a lot of people like to take shit seriously. Maybe too seriously sometimes. Everybody likes being critical because it makes us feel smart. Go ahead and criticize Kingdom Hearts 3 as much as humanly possible, because it deserves it. But also, it's a lot of fun. So, try and be open. Try and be open about it. Yet the storyline is fucking ridiculous. Acknowledge it, get past it, have a good time. Because you get to sled around on a shield down a mountain.
You have the privilege of being forced to interact with Olaf.
Oh, Olaf! There's a special surprise waiting for you in the Frozen World. I'll just tell you that much. They play scenes verbatim. They play some scenes verbatim.
Yeah, a lot of the Frozen World was just watching the movie, and then occasionally somebody stuck Sora and Goofy in there.
I'd still prefer that to the sing-along that was Kingdom Hearts 2's Atlantis.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Bad.
You don't know... Beer, I got some news for you. You don't know about the Song of the South World. Oh, my God!
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.